Hello, my name is Clay Dillard, the SAIT Man, here with another exciting 2-minute tailgate sales meeting. This meeting I wanted to take just a couple minutes of your time to talk about United Abrasive SAIT, American made, industrial grade for the professional trade. United Abrasive SAIT. This is a company I have been blessed to represent for the past 22 years. They're an awesome company. I feel very blessed to represent them. I don't have any quality issues. No customers getting hurt. I don't have delivery issues with these folks. Everybody gets what they're ordering. I don't have complaints from customers. Man, Clay brought a bad grinding wheel or cutting wheel up in here. Everybody's always happy when I show up and they get a chance to use United Abrasive SAIT. Anyway, guys, this meeting I wanted to talk about commercial construction type of stuff. Here we are almost the middle of March. It's starting to get springs right around the corner. Hopefully this COVID stuff is going to be in the rear view mirror and we can all be out there doing what we enjoy doing most, and that's calling on our customers, showing them better and safer ways to do things. Anyway, guys, on to the sales meeting. The first thing I want to talk to you about today is my general purpose grinding wheel. Now guys, I've done a couple videos on these already and gone into a lot of detail, so I'm going to try and be quick about this. My biggest selling points on this wheel is, number one, I'm an American made manufacturer. Number two, I'm giving you a 1/4 of an inch 24 grit solid product all the way through. The majority of my competitors do not. They put the good coarse grit on the bottom half of the wheel, and the entire top half of the wheel is a finer filler grit. The customer gets about halfway into the wheel. It's cutting good, cutting good. They get about halfway into it and it stops cutting. It's now working them and their tool harder and removing less material. SAIT, quality, solid product all the way through. It's going to continue to perform the same brand new out of the box as it does when you get it down here and you're ready to throw it away. Another thing I want to point out difference in United Abrasive SAIT is my patented locking hub. We are the only abrasive manufacturer in the world that has never had a hub come off of one of our grinding wheels. We actually have a patented locking system that works with our hub that locks our hub onto our wheel. And like I said, we're the only abrasive manufacturer in the world that has never had a hub come off of one of our wheels. Another couple of things we do to give the customer nothing but the best. This fiberglass isn't just pieces of fiberglass laid down on top of each other. If I can get this in focus good enough, guys, look at every single intersection, at every 4 corners it's woven. They're woven in and out of each other to provide additional strength for the customer to keep the wheels from not coming apart. All of the material is kept in a climate controlled facility as well to make sure that the customer is getting optimal product in every single wheel. Another thing I wanted to talk about, guys, is O45 cutoff wheels. Of course, this is another popular item that we see on many commercial job sites, both the flat kind and the Type 27 kind. All of United Abrasive's products are color coded, so you'll notice on the label these different colors. If you see in just red, then that's just a general purpose mild steel cutting type of product. If we're seeing blue on the label, then we can also use this product for cutting stainless steel. If we're seeing green on the label, then we can use this for concrete. And if we see silver and black, then that product is going to be for aluminum. But anyway, guys, many different types of cutting wheels for cutting a variety of different products. SAIT, again, uses a better grade of fiberglass and more fiberglass than any of our competitors, and the fiberglass is the most expensive component in these wheels. One test I like to challenge you guys to do in the end user is do the brake test. I did a video a month or so ago where I was braking my competitor's wheel and my wheel, and man, I'm gonna tell you, my competitor's wheels will just snap like a cracker. We have a machine at the factory that actually tests pressure, how much pressure it takes to brake our wheels and our competitors' wheels. I've seen it with my own eyes. Most of my competitors' wheels brake between 40 and 50 pounds of pressure. Our wheel does not brake at 100 pounds. 100 pounds is where I saw the gauge dead end at 100 pounds. They didn't push it past 100 pounds. But at 100 pounds, my wheel was bent before it would break. It's a considerable bend to get my product to break. And like I've said, guys, I've been blessed enough to represent these folks for about 22 years. I don't have cutting wheels coming apart on each other. I don't have chunks coming off of grinding wheels. I don't have hubs coming off of wheels. I have the safest, most productive abrasive products out there. That's what we're selling. Not cheap grinding wheels and cutting wheels, but the best. Next thing I want to show you guys is an O90 wheel. This wheel right here is kind of a mix between a 1/4 of an inch thick grinding wheel and a cutting wheel. We all have seen customers that love to use cutting wheels to cut, and then they try and light grind with them or deburr. We don't want the thickness of a cutting wheel being used. We want the circumference. We want it getting smaller, not thinner. This wheel right here is O90. It's twice as thick as an O45 wheel. It's the thinnest wheel in the world that you can safely use as a light grinding wheel, cutting wheel, notching wheel, and deburring wheel. So a customer that may have many applications thrown at him, one wheel on the grinder will do everything. The next item I wanted to take a couple seconds to talk about are my C6 metal cutting carbide tip blades. These are for electric chop saws. We have these in all different types of sizes and flavors too. We've got them for cutting mild steel, aluminum, thin metal, stainless steels. They have different quantities of tooth on them depending on the customer's applications. We have them 7 1/4, 12s, 14 inches, a lot of different sizes on those as well. Another item that I wanted to talk about next, guys, is a 9-inch cutoff wheel. A lot of the power tool guys have come out with a smaller handheld saw to the 12 and 14-inch version and come out with a battery cordless 9-inch version. So we now have this 9-inch blade. It is very aggressively priced and a very good performing American-made product. The next thing I want to talk about with you guys are my 12-inch and 14-inch gas handheld saw blades and electric chop saw blades. These are two different animals. These blades right here are gas handheld saw blades. Again, they're color coded. Green is for concrete or masonry, and red is going to be for your metal that we're cutting, rebar, something like that, angle iron. Picture of the tool that the customer is supposed to be using it on. Picture of an electric chop saw customer is supposed to be using it on. It's important we do not confuse these two blades. The electric chop saw blade is about half the thickness of the gas handheld saw blade. One of the reasons for additional reinforcement, and while I mention this, a lot of the gas handheld power tool guys have reformulated their saws for more horsepower and torque, and SAIT, as my knowledge, we're the only abrasive manufacturer that has put additional reinforcement in our products to compensate for this additional horsepower and torque on these guys' saws. But anyway, guys, the reason that this blade is 1/8 of an inch and thicker than this blade over here is we're holding it in a handheld piece of equipment where, you know, we're liable to get some sway or something, so we need additional reinforcement. This blade right here, we are clamping down our items to be cut, and this is in a hinged cutting system, very controlled. The thinner material is going to turn at a little faster RPMs. It's going to remove less material, so the cut is going to be faster. But we want to make sure that a customer is not putting this blade on this type of tool. And guys, I'm going to tell you, I go to a lot of end user accounts where I see it happening. Typically I'll see the gas handheld saw blade on an electric chop saw, and the saw is turning too fast for the RPM on the blade, and the guy has a blade on there that's removing twice as much material as he needs to do. So anyway, as always with everything that we're selling, I always recommend to find out a little bit about the customer's applications to make sure we're selling them the right tool for their application and the right blade that's going on the right tool that they're using it for as well. Anyway, guys, that's just kind of a quick tailgate sales meeting on some commercial construction stuff. As always, I want to thank y'all for all your hard work, and I want to offer to let's go out and make some end user sales calls. Man, we can hop in my truck or yours. As always, ask me if you need any samples or if you have any questions. Thank you and have a great day.